Welcome to the Sports History Makers podcast, the show that connects you with your favorite athletes and their favorite sporting memories. On the Sports History Makers podcast, we will relive those incredible events. Here are your hosts, Pete Coley and Collinswood Coley.
Hello, track and field fans. Welcome to another episode of the Sports History Makers podcast. I'm with Pete Coley again today. Pete, how are you, man?
I am well. I'm happy to be here with you. It's been quite hectic, to be honest with you, but I'm happy that we have the chance today to kind of sit down together and have an open discussion on some of these competitions and these events. There have been some amazing performances the last couple of weeks. I'm happy to be here with you.
Please subscribe to the channel, listen to our content. If you like and you want to hear more, hit the like button and also tap on that notification bell so you know when new material is out. The NCAAs over the weekend, there were some amazing performances, and one would like to highlight today is the 60 meters by Julien Alfred. She broke yet another record on her way to victory. Pete, did you get a chance to see the race?
Yes, I saw the race, and I have to admit to you that I was surprised even from the first round, the preliminary round. She looked very, very good, very composed, very relaxed, and she executed a very, very good race. So going into the finals, I expected some fireworks, and she did not disappoint with a time of 6.94 seconds. Yes, you heard that. Julien Alfred from St. Lucia, a tiny Caribbean island. When I say tiny, I mean it has less than 200,000 inhabitants. She ran a very technically solid race from start to finish. Her start was very explosive. She came out of the block, and you could tell that she was determined to execute. Once she had a very good start, she transitioned and she maintained her composure. Just to put her time in perspective, she is ranked second on the all-time list, and that time is tied with Aliyah Hobbs. So these two athletes are behind the world record holder, Irina Krivalova, and that world record has been around for many, many, many years. So yeah, Julien Alfred, one of the standout performance from the NCAA championships that was over the last weekend in New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. But I must admit, and I've heard this being discussed, that Albuquerque is at altitude. Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
they may be saying that she could have had a slight advantage being at altitude. What do you think about that?
Well, to be honest, it's a discussion that I've heard also, but I don't want to take anything away from her. She has been running well all year. She has dipped under 7 seconds more than once. So going into this championships, to go under 7 seconds once again, I don't think it has a lot to do with altitude. I think she is well prepared. As she posted that time, she came back and she did something even more magnificent in the 200 meters, which she claims is a race that she doesn't like to run. So I really don't support the argument that the altitude has anything to do with her performances. I just think that she is in tip-top condition right now, and she's rearing and ready to go for the outdoor season. As you mentioned, the 6.94, this is absolutely mind-blowing. The time is fast. And you mentioned that she executed her race well from start to finish. It's a 60 meters. There is no room for error in that kind of race. So I would not take anything away from Julien in that race. But let's talk a little bit more about her 200 meters, because once again, she broke the NCAA's record and posted also the second fastest time in the indoor 200 meter. Once again, behind only the world record holder, Merlene Ottey. And that record also has been around for quite a while.
Yeah, 22.01. Considering the fact that she ran the 60 meter finals before the 200 meter finals. So imagine that her excitement, it would be difficult to be contained after that record. And then going into this 200 meters, she would have to refocus, okay, because you had the favor of Feely from LSU, and she has been very, very good and consistent. Even from last year, she has been very, very good. So it would take something from Julien Alfred to refocus, get back into her race mind, her race setting now to challenge again for this 200 meter title. And not only the title, but he had a chance of getting close to that record. And she proved that she was in very, very good form, very, very good shape, with a time of 22.01. For those who do not understand, indoor 200-meter running is not as simple as it may appear. You have to navigate the turns, and on the turns, the track tend to be a bit elevated. So depending on what lane you are in, you have to consider that you may be going up at some point on the track and eventually coming back down as it levels off. And then you go back up again, and then, you come back down for the finish. So you have to have a very good balance as you navigate those turns going up and down, and also to keep your form, because one misstep and you could actually fall to the ground. So her time of 22.01 behind only the great Merlin Ottey is very, very impressive.
You mentioned that she had to refocus, but I believe that coming off that high, she would want to run that 200. She was looking forward for that 200 because, she had that record in the bag and she was just on a high and she wanted to go out there and do it again. At least look at it differently. Some might be worried. Some might be, as you said, find it difficult to refocus. I'm thinking that maybe she was just thinking that, yeah, let's do it again. Let's go out there and do it again. It's just pretty unfortunate that she couldn't dip under the 22-point time barrier, but I'm really looking forward to seeing her outdoors. I'm excited about this talent from the Caribbean and what she has to offer to female track and field going into this 2023 World Athletics Championships in Budapest.
Okay, and just want to add one thing. Her 200-meter time of 22.01, if you pay close attention to how she executed that race, her technique could have been better, especially at the end when she was finishing the last 50 meter. She was a bit rugged, and that comes with fatigue and, maybe doing the different rounds, the 60-meter rounds as well, and then one round in the 200-meter. So she may have been a bit fatigued, but if she could clean up her technique just a bit and then going outdoor where she will have a much wider turn to navigate before coming on the straight, I'm expecting her to run very, very fast outdoor. So keep your eye out for Julien Alfred. Once she figure out how to clean up her technique just a bit, she's going to be a force to reckon with come outdoor.
Yes, guys. So the NCs, Julien Alfred, one to look out for the rest of the year and for the future in track and field. That's all from us from the Sports History Makers YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us today, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.